Good afternoon, Michelle, and welcome back.
Hello again.
It's good to see you come in for your next session. That's really good. How did you go getting here today? Was any problems?
Oh, there was that bit of a traffic accident, so I was held up for a
really?
bit, but I managed to get here just in time.
Wow, okay, that is lucky then. Yeah, I didn't hear about it. Actually.
Yeah, well, I suppose you're working, it would have been on the radio.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, that's no good. But anyway, you made it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so that's
did in the end, yeah.
That's good. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we can commence today. We'll have a review of how you went since our last session. When you came in last week, you had a goal to have more time to study, and you had a couple of actions that you're going to do before that. How did you go with all that?
Yeah, well, I made the decision to keep going with my course, and I've asked my husband to help around the house a bit more, to give me a bit of breathing space.
Okay, good.
And my boss is looking into giving me some study periods. He hasn't got around to figuring out how that would work yet, but
Not yet.
I have asked.
Okay, yeah, so you've made progress with everything? And
Yeah, I
that's
feel
good.
like I've moved forward with
Yeah,
that.
okay, yeah. And how are you feeling about that?
About that, I'm feeling fine, but
Mhm.
at the moment, I'm not actually studying. I'm about to start studying the next unit,
Okay.
and I know that that's going to make me feel really overwhelmed and stressed out again.
Right, okay, yeah. So, righto, so we've got about 10 minutes left of the session today. Would you like to continue exploring what we were going through last week, or is there something else you may want to talk about today?
I would like to think about time management, because in the past, every time I've drawn up a schedule, I haven't managed to stick to it.
Right.
And I just think the way I have been studying is not healthy.
Okay.
I mean, I'll wait for the kids to go to bed so I have time to myself, and I can be up until 4 o'clock in the morning doing my study.
Wow, that's late.
And then I've got to be up within a couple of hours to start getting them ready for school and go to work myself. They go to before school care and after school care.
Do they?
So I drop them off and then I go to work, work a full day, pick them up, and I'm just exhausted by the end of it. I don't think it's healthy for me, and I'm also snapping at the kids and my husband because I'm so tired. So I don't think it's really good for the family either. And I really need to manage my time better than that.
Yeah.
I tend to leave it all until the week before my assessment is due and just cram it all in like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people say they work better under pressure, but I'm not sure if I'm working better under pressure because I just feel so stressed out.
Right, yeah, okay. So, do you feel stressed out about all your challenges, or is it just about actually studying?
Well, I've got too much on my plate. Instead of studying, I find other things to do, like the kids with the homework, or I've got to take them to guides, or I've got to take them to art classes or football, and that tends to take over the priority.
Yep.
Or there's always mess in the house for me to clean up. So I'm anxious about that, and I'm also anxious about studying. Because I feel that I almost feel like I'm procrastinating. I'm doing the easier thing, which is the house and the kids, rather than the study, which is the hard thing.
Right, so you find the housework easier than doing the study? The study's hard? So
I think I'm almost putting the study off.
So you find yourself putting off the study so that you can do these other tasks which are important to you.
Yes.
It sounds like, yes, but that stops you from doing the study which you know you really do want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my career is really important to me, and I want to do the study, and my career progression is really important to me, but being a good mother is important to me too, and I feel guilty about how much time the kids are spending at school and OSH, before school, then after school. and because I'm working full days and their father's also working full days,
Yeah.
so I feel really guilty about that. But at the same time, I want to progress my career. I want to do both those things.
Yeah. Okay.
So I feel like a bit of a failure if I don't, because I know other women manage it.
Right. Okay. Right. So it sounds like yeah, you're under a lot of pressure. You sound a little bit anxious about it too, about all the pressure that you're putting back on yourself. Like you said, you're happy to be doing the course again, to continue with it as opposed to ending it, but the work, that load that's putting on yourself is making you feel anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. And you also said that you feel like you're not doing enough as a mother. You're a bad mother because you're not putting the kids first. But you also mentioned that you do a lot for the kids and for the family. So you think maybe you are a good mother.
Well, I certainly try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I certainly try. I mean, I do lots of things for them. Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Well, that's good. That's positive. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the anxiety you're feeling about the course. What do you think you could do about that? Do you know where that actually comes from? Can you tell me about that?
I feel like I'm not a very good student. I keep putting it off. I can't stick to a timetable. I can't stick to a schedule. I feel like I'm just not performing very well as a student. And I really feel completely overwhelmed, and I just know I'm going to fail the next assessment. I just know it.
Okay. So have you struggled with the course enough that you've failed topics before or assessments in the past?
No, actually I've always got really high marks, but it's been a massive struggle to get there.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So right. So as much as you know you can get really good marks, and you always do, which is great, but it's a lot of work. You've got to find the time to do the work to get you through the course like that, and you will get the good marks. So it's not so much a concern that you do fail, but you're worried that you might. Is that about right?
Yeah, I suppose it's a worry. It's not a fact because I haven't failed anything, but it's always in the back of my mind. It is a worry.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel that I really need to organise myself better and somehow find the motivation to stick to that organisation. That's what I'm struggling with.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So can you think of a like you said, you're feeling overwhelmed, trying to balance organising yourself to be able to work and look after the family and study. Could you look at that in a positive way, perhaps, that you really do have great skills, valuable skills in multitasking and managing different responsibilities?
Yeah, I can certainly multitask.
Yes, yeah, which is it's a positive thing, I think.
Yeah, that is a positive, yes.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah,
that is a positive. You'll probably find a lot of women can multitask really well.
Probably. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, so yeah, you definitely look a bit agitated and anxious when we talk about the study, about the course.
Yeah.
Just notice it. So it just shows how much it is affecting you, and it's a genuine worry you have about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I do worry about it a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't wait for it to be finished, to be honest. It'll be worth it, but yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Okay, so can you think of, when we're looking at that, the anxiety and your feeling of being overwhelmed, is there one small achievable goal you might be able to focus on in the next week to help reduce your feelings of being overwhelmed?
Well, creating a schedule has always helped me doing that, but I need to actually stick to it as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So I need to actually force myself to stick to it.
Okay. So you've identified putting together some sort of schedule, a study schedule, I'm thinking, to fit study in with everything else. And then the challenge is to be able to stick with it. Maybe you could just focus on just that instead of everything else, which is all a bit too much. Yeah.
On the challenge of sticking to it. I suppose I could ask my husband help,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe even the kids. I mean, they're old enough, they're 12 and 9, they understand about schedules and homework and that kind of thing, and they're really good at reminding me of things, so perhaps I can rope the kids into to help me.
There you go. Yeah. So you got some really good ideas there. Yeah.
And I'll keep asking my boss about some study time in work hours as well, which I think would definitely help me.
Yeah. So those things you've identified there are putting together a study plan, asking for help from your husband and your kids to help you stick to the plan. Maybe they can monitor whether you're sticking to the plan or you're
Oh yeah,
getting
my daughter would
distracted.
love that.
Yeah, there you go. And well, they're really good ideas. It sounds like to just to focus on this one little thing this week and see if that helps your feelings of being overwhelmed. And actually, so it's a really good idea. I think.
Okay, before I start the next bit of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. That's a good plan. Righto. So yeah, I'll just like to say it sounds like you've got some really good ideas there. That's something you can be proud of. I think that we've put together. You're really happy to be back studying and not have quit. You've already taken a few steps to ask your husband to help out around the house. You've asked your boss for time off, which you're not sure how that's going yet. He hasn't had time to get to it.
That's right.
We've discussed how you do really want to do the course. You can get good marks. You always do, but you have to put the work in, and that you find that hard finding the time to put the work in, which is what we're doing here. You do a lot for your family. You find that you actually feel you're procrastinating from study by doing all the family stuff. But by doing that family stuff, you can see you are a good parent, you're a good mother. It's just not prioritising the study as much. And in the end, you've come up with a good plan for the next week to focus on just making a study schedule, asking your family to help you stick to the schedule, and seeing if that relieves some of the anxiety and feelings of being overwhelmed. Does that sound about right to you of what we spoke about today?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
It does? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Right. Are there any other concerns that you have that you'd like to bring up today while we're here?
Not right now. No, I can't really think of anything now.
Okay, right. So would you like to schedule another session for next week and we'll meet up again?
Yeah, that sounds great, thanks.
Okay, well, thanks very much, Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you.